Seven Cemeteries. I loved your performance. It's a great little, it's comedy. You're a badass, but there's a lot of laughs in it. So I was curious, was that what sort of, attracted you to the project, that you could sort of
That's
do both?
exactly what attracted me. I
Yeah.
like scary movies. I like funny movies, and if you can put them together, it's great. I just saw, God, I'm so sad, man. I just saw a Western that was like a four-part Western, but in, you know, and I, it was sad. It was just, I
Yeah.
love Westerns.
Yeah. 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 This definitely has a lot of that too. It's a lot of different genres, so it's great. And Bravo has some great scenes with the undead Miguel, played by Efren Ramirez, of course.
Yeah,
I spoke with him; he's wonderful.
yeah,
And I hear you did another movie together after Seven Cemeteries, right? That's coming out
yeah,
sometime in the future, right?
yeah. And I also did a film with Lou Temple,
Yeah.
and yeah, that me and him had a blast.
Yeah.
The whole, what I liked was that the whole cast kind of just gelled together. All of a sudden, we were all best friends,
Yeah.
and and we had you happen to stay together, kind of in touch after the film. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this other movie you're doing with Efron, Brothers for Justice, right? Um, is that is there anything you can share about that? Brothers, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I don't remember it.
Oh,
I've done, God, I've done about eight,
it's okay.
eight films.
I, was- I was looking at your IMDb. It looks like there are like 25 projects you're in that haven't even come out yet. I mean, how do you do it? You must
But,
be.
we did. I got about three or four ready because we did them right before the strike
Oh yeah,
and a couple before the pandemic, and they always release the big studio movies. So
yeah,
we're just waiting.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, and I also wanted to ask, while I have you, I love your character Machete, um, throwback. And I know Robert Rodriguez said he still has the rights. I was curious if there's ever talk of you guys making another one. I
Yeah,
know
I've got to get Robert to make Machete kills in space.
that,
You know,
yeah.
I'll take Elon Musk with me.
I know that there was talk of that, and then people weren't sure if it was happening. But it sounds like you'd still be interested in doing that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's just gonna get with Robert. He's I don't know what he's trying to do. Like,
Yeah, he's a busy man. So are you. Yeah. You also, I know you've done a lot of voice work. You've
yeah.
you've done all these. I was curious, would you support the idea of having like an Oscar category for like best voice actor?
I think they should have an Oscar for everything. I mean,
Yeah.
awards. I, I love the work, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
if I was doing it for an award, yeah, whatever, I think I'd be disappointed, So I I just love the work, and I'm doing one where I'm a voice. I'm actually my character is called Star Gracie and Pedro, and starring as Lawrence Fishbowl is Danny Trejo. So I'm a goldfish, and I'm giving this cat and this dog advice.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Uh,
What what's that one called? Is that one you're working on
uh,
now?
Gracie and Pedro.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, cool. Oh, great. Cool. I also, I grew up watching, well, another Robert Rodriguez, brings me back to my childhood. I loved those Spy Kids movies.
Oh yeah, God. Hey, that, Robert Rodriguez made me a household name all over the world with Spy Kids. You know what I mean? And Desperado and Machete and From Dusk to Dawn. we've done about 13 movies together,
Yeah.
or 11.
Yeah. What do you think is your favorite part about work? Because you've worked with so many different filmmakers. I mean, what is it about Robert in particular that, because you've done so many with him, is there something that makes him sort of stand apart from the rest, kind of?
He's my second cousin.
Well, there you go.
No,
That'll do it.
when he cast me in Desperado,
Yeah, yeah.
we didn't know it. And then when I got to Acuna, Mexico, my family came down from San Antonio to visit me. My
Yeah.
uncle Rudy, who is knows San Antonio real well, and he who's that? That's Robert Rodriguez, and called him over and, hey, say hello to your cousins. Found out we were second cousins. So, all right, Robert, what are we doing after this one?
Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, that's such a funny story. I mean, yeah, so you really have no idea. That's
To me,
hilarious.
yeah, I mean, to me, he's such a great director.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, and he is awesome, man. So
yeah,
I hope he decides to do Machete Kills in space. I
yeah.
think it's about time with everybody going to space.
I know it's true. It's happening. It's happening. And in Seven Cemeteries, you also have some great moments with Maria, who plays Bruja.
Yeah,
Had you worked with her before?
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Boy, there ain't too many people I haven't worked with, but I
Is there anyone left in Hollywood who you haven't worked with who you want to still work with?
uh,
Tough question.
damn, I work with J Lo, and I
Right.
work,
Right.
I mean, literally, it's funny when I love it when guys say, "God, you look a lot taller on screen. I thought you were taller." I said, "I'm tall enough to kiss Jessica Alba. How's that?"
Yeah. That's great. Is there another project you said you just came back from Florida? Is there something else you're working on right now?
Got like seven cemeteries coming out, and then we've got one coming out called 1521. It was about when the Spaniards tried to take over the Philippines,
Mhm.
and I play Magellan.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of cool, but they
Uh,
didn't make it.
yeah. What's it like playing a real life person versus, you've played all these great fictional characters and then, playing a real life character? Does it feel different or is it just another job, another acting gig for you?
Well, they're all just acting gigs, but it's like it's fun. It's like the fun is like, uh, how do you how do you what do you call it? How do you like look up Magellan style? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you just go with it. So Magellan's got a very Hispanic style.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm excited to see that. And in the meantime, congratulations on Seven Cemeteries. I thought it was a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
it was great. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's nice to meet you, and let's do this on your next movie.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care, Dan.